Welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of the Morrell Speaks podcast. I'm so excited that, again, you've seen us on video now. It's a game changer, and we're loving to get these messages out to you. So today, I have a very special guest with me. His hustle, his entrepreneurship, what he's been able to accomplish in our city is an inspiration to myself and everyone around, because what he's been able to do is capitalize on a lane and run higher than anyone could ever dream or even expected. This man is the news anchor, the information king, anything you need, the advertising king, anything you need and want to know, this is who you go to. We're here with the one and only Richarh Tyson.
All right, you're right on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being on here, man. So obviously everyone around Marion knows who you are, man. But I got listeners, man, coming from all around the state, all around the nation, and shout out to my few international viewers too. So tell us about Richarh Tyson. Who is Richarh Tyson?
I'm just a cool, humble dude that just want to have fun, man.
Okay, yeah.
I just want to have fun, man, and just live life, be freedom.
Yeah, yep. So, and you're from Marion.
Yep.
So what's it like growing up in this city?
Man, it was great. I was born in '76, right? So I was growing up in the '80s when Marion was great, like where you trying to get it back to. Mm-hmm. It was amazing, man. This small city, we had all the factories here, so money was flowing. My mom worked at the factory. My dad worked at the factory, man. I had a great childhood. It was always stuff to do in the city, man. It was amazing. I had a great childhood.
So when you say that, because also I wasn't alive. I was born in '93, right? So I missed this kind of glory age of the city, and I hear people reference that often, like Marion was great at that time. What do you think made Marion so great in that time frame people always talk about, like from like 1965 to like 1980?
It was money here.
Okay.
It was that, and money ain't everything, but the way it was set up, parents could, not just my parents, but a lot of parents around here could always afford for us to do stuff. 3 things I always remember. The Christmas parties, Foster Forbes and RCA.
Yeah. And
then there was a picnic every summer that RCA put on at Matter Park, and you get that big old burnt quarter piece of chicken, but it was burnt, but it was good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Straight up. Mm-hmm. And you get the little ice cream with the little wooden spoon in it. Man, it was good around here back then, man.
So what would you say, coming from your perspective? Now, I'm jumping all over my script, right? But coming from your perspective, what would you say Marion needs now to not necessarily return to those times? Because I tell people, RCA is really not coming back.
Yeah, the industrial age is over.
So what do you think Marion needs now to push into the future, to break into what the future looks like for a city our size?
The topic we discussing today.
Yeah,
entrepreneurship.
Let's go into it, man. So you've taken a very unconventional business and unconventional route into entrepreneurship with Channel 27, man. So tell me about the origins of Channel 27.
Humble, man. It was real humble. All I had was a iPhone 6. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have an iPad. Nothing. Just an iPhone 6.
Shout out Apple if you want to endorse this app. This is a good time. Yeah. iPhone 6 is creating businesses. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And that's what I took off from. To back up a little bit, jumping around a little bit. My plan from the get-go was to get into movies, right? And I was at work, and I was talking to some of my coworkers about, like, how can I get into doing movies and everything? One of them said, hey, do the news. We don't got any news around here. You start doing the news, that's going to make you have to get the equipment you need. When you get the equipment you need, that's going to give you the experience with the camera and how to work it. It's going to make you create an audience. You're going to have an audience, and you'll be able to just take off into the movies. So I remember we did one, like, little newscast, bro. I uploaded it at, it was after midnight when I uploaded it. And I had a job. It was a cool job, but the 9-to-5 thing, it just ain't me.
Yeah.
But I'm gotta get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go to work. But when I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, that mug had 14,000 views.
That's crazy.
And right then I knew. Mm-hmm. I said, oh yeah, I got something right here. They hungry for it. They didn't have no way to get the news like that up to date while it's happening. And man, from there I took off. I didn't turn back.
So what year was this when you posted that first video?
2017.
So here we are, man. Only 7 years later, man, and your channel is huge, man.
Yeah, it's not huge.
No, his channel is huge, man. Don't let him lie. His channel is huge. If you gonna be humble, I'm gonna brag for you, man. The channel is huge, but the reason why I'm gonna brag for you, right? Because people, I say this on almost every time I talk in every episode, that people think that you can't obtain success in the city, and I like to tell these stories, and I like to. I mean, we move humble, right? But sometimes we got to say what it is, right? So you came from Marion, and you started a news channel that is massive, man. Right out of our city. So I want to give you your flowers about that. But also, what would you, if you were to give someone else advice? Let's just say someone else is wanting to start out in entrepreneurship in Marion, and say if they want to do a news channel somewhere else or wherever. What's a couple nuggets you would give them?
First off, if it ain't in your heart, I mean, if you don't breathe, sleep, and eat it, if it ain't pumping through you, hey man, leave it alone. Go and get you a job, man. But if entrepreneurship, wanting to create a news station or something was pulling you and it's waking you out your sleep in the middle of the night, and the idea won't leave you alone, and that's all you can think about, all right, let's go. And that's all I can tell you is go. I started off with the I don't know what to call it, but the saying, I'm gonna ask for forgiveness. I ain't asking permission to do nothing. I'm doing it. Yeah. We'll talk about it later. You know what I mean? You gotta go. You gotta be aggressive, man. And just, I'm gonna say it again. Go. If you want to start the news, you gotta find a way, get a scanner or something to hear what's going on and jump out there, man, and catch that news. When the city, when you first start off, man, I'm so thankful for you, man. Yeah. When the city at first, like when the city's not recognizing you and they're having events and stuff, pop up uninvited. Yeah. Hey man, how y'all thought y'all gonna have? And they had me up in here telling everybody what's going on, man. Why I ain't getting no invite? Yeah. That's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to literally kick the door down and carve out your own lane, man. And that's a good point. So like, what was that experience and that challenge like for you breaking into this industry here, locally? Because, traditionally we were ran by, like what I call mainstream media, like newspapers and radio, and you came in from all the way left field, and for lack of better, honest, we came in left field, man, and took over the industry to where now you are the number one spot that people are going to consume information, all the way from, 16, 17-year-olds. So I got my grandmother's 80, you know what I mean? And that's where she get her information from there. So like you were able to encompass the whole entire county really for information and news. So what was that like trying to break into that? It was frustrating. It was very frustrating. It was angry. I spent like probably my first year or two being angry. Yeah. Because you see yourself getting shut out. You see yourself getting boxed out. Like you said, I'm not traditional. You're not media. You got a cell phone. What are you going to do with that? iPhone 6. You know what I mean? You're not getting invited to the events. You just got to carve your way out. It was real frustrating. And as I was growing and then seeing people not acknowledge it, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to come off as arrogant or cocky, so I just kept my head down and just kept grinding, kept pushing, man. It was a fight, though. Yeah, so then the story is so amazing, right? Because then you went from people holding you back to now you're the number one spot, which is they still be trying to box me out. They're still just trying to box me out. Okay, so what advice would you give people when they run up against hurdles like that? So say they're starting a business, whatever it is, and they run up against a hurdle, getting boxed out. What kept you going? What motivates you to keep pushing through that? Anger. Okay. It made me. I think we alike in some way. Somebody tell you no, would that make you want? Hey, I want to do it. We had it. You probably didn't even want to do it that bad, but what? I can't. I'm gonna do it. Right. Yeah, man. So that's what pushed me. That's what drove me. I hate to say it, but I never thought about that till now. Thinking back on it, reflecting on it, it was angry. It was anger. That's what was fueling me. I'm trying to provide a service, give y'all all this information. You know what I mean? I'm trying to work with people. I ain't trying to knock nobody out. And y'all don't want to come. What y'all don't want to? Yeah. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Don't want to work with me. I ain't did nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? Let me tell the news. Let me get this information. Yeah. So what keeps you going now? dreams and goals. Now it's like growth. I've reached a point to where I'm not so angry, where I don't have to do all the carving and kicking doors down. So now it's just like growth. It's like, okay, I got to this point. Can't get complacent. I want to grow. I want more. So that's what's driving me. And man, a lot of good things is the you in office, man. I'm liking to see the way the city is moving around and things is moving. And I'm just looking forward to next year. So that's kind of like what's pushing me, want me to see what next year going to be like and just growth.
Right, man. Yeah. So here's a good one, man. So you went from literally the bottom, right? No, you had to beg, claw your way, kick doors down, try to get in there, to now people realize they need you, right? So as a whole bunch of things, as a business owner, as a man, all this stuff, how do you mentally deal with, or what's your mental space of going from people boxing you out to say, oh, hey, no, sorry, I know I need you. Can you get this for me? Can you help me? Because even in my space, right? You know, people that said every matter evil against me all the time, right? Through this whole process, and then you win. Now it's like, oh, what can you do?
It's never over, because news never stops.
Right.
It always come. And as I get bigger, my expenses are more.
Right.
So it's like I just got to keep getting more. I got to keep, okay, I made a little bit of money. Now I need to figure out how to make some more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's what's
that keeps pushing.
Yeah.
So not only, and again, like I said at the beginning, you're a very multi-talented man. Not only do you cover the news and do an amazing job at that, you're also a film producer. So now, walk out in your story, well, I didn't know this part till today. You said you originally wanted to do movies anyway.
Yeah.
So how'd you get? What has that been like to go from wanting to do movies, then doing news, and then doing movies?
If you really want to know the truth, it's kind of all together.
Okay.
It's all telling stories.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling stories. Now, I think your question is, what made me want to get in the movie?
Yeah, what made you get in there?
All right. Shoot, that was long. That dream was long ago. Shout out to Percy Miller, Master P.
Yeah.
It's state property, and I got the hook up and about it. See, what a lot of people don't know, some people know, I used to do music back in the days. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a rapper, right?
Okay.
So
now, what's your rap name for the people who don't?
We gonna leave it alone. I had several as I went through different stages of my life, but what a lot of people don't know is, from seeing state property, about it, I got the hook up and all that, seeing Master P do it. See, I followed Master P's blueprint with the music, press him up, sell him out the trunk, right? So in 2004, people didn't know it, but I got a nationwide distribution contract.
Wow, okay.
And in that contract, I put in there just how long ago it was. I had a clause in my contract for me to make and produce direct to DVD movies.
Yeah.
But something happened, and I had to go on a long vacation. I was on vacation for a long time, and that's when I started. Somebody came to me and was like, look, you're not in the position to, movies is over. Music is over. You're not in a position to do either one of those. So I started writing books. And I wrote, I don't know how many novels, man. I started off writing street fiction, urban literature, street tales. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of us read when we're on those vacations.
Yeah.
And as I'm reading those type of books, I'm like, shoot, I got some stories like this to tell. I can tell some stuff too. So I started out writing street literature. I got bored with telling all the street stories, and I started thinking more mainstream. And then I just kept writing. Then I'm home, working a job, trying to figure out how to make it happen. And that's where somebody said, well, start the news. And we started the news, and then here comes the movies. And if you recall and reflect back, I always tried to weave some drama or some movie type stuff on the page when I was shooting those little mini series and stuff. And it was all part of the plan.
All part of the plan. Well, so again, man, to give you five again, the number one news in the county. And I don't know. I mean, I'm racking my brain hard. I personally don't know any other movie producers, man. So you're the only one I know, man, and you killing it, man. So you have one movie out right now already that people can access. Tell them how to get to.
Okay, you can get Forgot About Us. It's on Tubi and Prime. It's a romantic comedy. It's out right now. any weekend now. We done passed quality control. It's been accepted. Tubi done got it in the queue. My second film, Full Custody, which is a comedy, it'll be out on Tubi any weekend now. I'm looking forward to dropping any Friday or Saturday moving forward within the next month. It should be out there by then. Should be.
So now you are a mogul in this media space. What can Marion do to support that? Like, how can we make our city more media friendly?
Listen, if people really check out, Marion can make me successful. I mean, thank you. You know, people say I don't feel like I'm successful yet. I don't feel like I've got to that point yet. But Marion can make me successful tomorrow if they want to. Grant County can make me successful tomorrow. My pages are set up. You know what I mean? For the news, I've always asked people just donate $1 a month, or become a paid subscriber to Channel 27, which I've dropped the price down to $2.99 a month. Now you do that math. I got 50,000 followers. Hey. What if one day all 50,000 followers said, you know what, we're supporting Richarh today, and just said, ding,
moving on up.
Come on, man. I'll be able to get a building.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'll be able to hire some people.
Yep.
We'll be able to scale up the productions and shoot more movies and stuff right here.
Yeah.
When we got stuff going on in the city, Mayor's Ball or whatever, I'll be better equipped to cover that like you see in the bigger cities.
Yep.
That's what I need from the city support. Then also, it ain't all about money. Like when you see me shooting films and I say, I need a set, like, 'cause see, I don't have that building yet.
Right.
I don't have that big warehouse where we can go in there and build the type of sets that we need. So we got to use practical locations. Really got to use houses. Got to try to find something that double as the police station. If I can't use the police station, I might get to use the police station. But we're trying to figure all that out. But yeah, that's what I need from Marion and Grant County, and I can take off. Again, they all click that supporter button and hit that Cash App, $1, $2 a month. Everybody, I can't spend all that money. That's because I think, you know, the mentality we got around here is they see it and they're like, if we all, that'd be 50,000. Oh no, I'm not giving them anything.
And I'm glad you said that, man. So oftentimes in our city, we run into this, like, we want people to succeed, but not way too much success. Right? They want to see you do a little bit good, but if you start winning a little too hard, then it turns into hating on you, right? They don't want you to see. So, like, what do you think? First of all, I mean, maybe I'm tripping. Do you feel that too?
Yes.
Okay, then where do you think this comes from?
Not a lot of people around here. I can't say that because you don't know what people doing.
Yeah.
And as I move around a lot, I know there's just some successful people who have businesses but don't do business here.
Yeah.
But like from the outs, just for the most part, it's not a lot of success here. A lot of people are struggling here. There's more opportunities, more money flowing. You know, people won't feel so much of a certain way about the next man getting his, but I can't stand that. It's like people in our area don't want to see nobody get no real money or touch no real money. It's like it's a taboo around here or something.
So now, was it like, again, I wasn't around this time. Was it like that in the 70s and 80s that you?
See, I was too young to know about money then. I wasn't out there. I was hustling back then.
Yeah,
I was flipping candy bars from hand to hand.
So you've been getting it for a long time.
Yeah, since Pow Club baseball. You know what I mean? I've had that hand to hand.
Yep.
I got a product. I'm gonna give you this product. Give me a couple dollars for
Which,
it.
hey, that's the top entrepreneurship right there.
Yeah, since I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it's just around here, people don't like to see each other win.
So how do we go about changing that mindset?
Win. Win and create some more opportunities.
Yeah.
You know? I never think about it, but a lot of actors, you know, they give me props for creating opportunities. Every film I make, I'm creating more opportunities for some more actors. Think if I get a studio, I need somebody to run the studio. I mean, all the way from janitors all the way up to people in the office. If I win like that and get that, that's going to create some opportunities. And I need to win. You need to win. Everybody else that got the entrepreneurial spirit around here, we all need to win and just create what they say, hustle until the haters ask if you hiring.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to take, man. That's what it's going to take to all these All these entrepreneurs still, we start hustling real hard and create more opportunities where we can employ some of these haters.
Yeah.
And then turn them into believers, and then they got some money in their pocket too, and they're like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So then what responsibility, if any, do you feel with the success you've been able to get in Marion to help other people succeed?
Oh, that's a tough question. What responsibility do I feel I have?
Yeah.
Right now I'm being selfish.
Oh, hey.
I'm gonna be selfish because I done gave and gave and gave.
Mm-hmm.
Done gave when I didn't have.
Right.
You understand? You can give people around here the shirt off your back, and they would. Soon as you turn your back, they'll stick a knife in it. So right now, I got to be selfish. Now, as I do more films, we're shooting this new one right here all the way in Marion.
Yeah.
I haven't cast.
I like that again. Say that one more time. You shooting
We're
your film.
all the way exclusively in Marion.
That's big, man. Yeah.
Third film. I haven't casted it all the way yet. I've got the main roles filled, but of course I'm gonna open my Facebook page up and give a few people from right here the chance to be seen on TV.
Yeah. And this is I'm switching my gear a little bit because you said something that made me think about this. You've quite frankly mastered Facebook, right? What advice would you give someone else that's just getting started and wanting to build up their social media and their branding specifically on like Meta platforms?
It is very saturated. I say first I'll be your true authentic self. Try to find a niche that isn't, oversaturated a lot of people in, and be consistent. Take your feelings out of it. Forget about what you want. It's not what you want. I'll give you a prime example. On Facebook, I don't know if you remember, we had a game show. Well, we actually filmed a game show in the building.
Really?
Man, it was dope. We had a scoreboard. It took about like 5-6 people to put this on, right? Mm-hmm. We had somebody working the scoreboard, asking all the questions. We had the like you see on TV, stand and hit the buzzers.
Okay.
Somebody alone. We had a game show. We had some sponsors would give away money or free gifts or whatever. I loved it. But we was only getting like 5,000 to 8,000 views a week.
Yeah.
People like, that's a lot. It would, but it wasn't enough.
Right.
And it wasn't enough to pay everybody. But I loved it. But I wasn't getting the views I needed. Had to let it go. So that's what I was saying. You might put up this piece of content that you love, that you really like, but if you notice people ain't gravitating towards it, or when you check your analytics, you see that post ain't going far and people ain't really messing with it, man, quit posting it.
Yeah. You got to give people what they want.
Got to.
Yeah. I like that, man. So what's next? What's next for Richarh?
Going to shoot the new film. We're going to start shooting about the first or second week of December.
Okay.
And take off and get it done. That's next. And then I'm studying, looking at a lot of apps and stuff, trying to figure out how to explode and how to grow the news next year.
Okay. So give me one like this. What's next for Richarh 3, 4, 5 years?
3, 4, 5 years, what's next for me? The same.
Yeah.
Just growth.
Yep.
Still doing movies, still doing the news, just bigger and better.
Yeah. Would you ever, now this is an interesting one. We kind of talked about this off camera. Would you ever expand to the other media outlets, social media outlets? Like,
would I expand to? So if I get some help, yeah. If I can get some help, I just don't have the time.
Right.
I wish I could clone myself by like if I clone myself about 2-3 times,
hey Elon, get us together, man. Get us together. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I get some help. Yeah, I would have no problem being on TikTok, X, and Instagram.
Yeah, man. So for all my listeners, tell them where they can find you on your personal social media and your business social media, and how they can find all your stuff.
Okay, on Facebook, you can find me, Richarh Tyson. I check it out. My name's spelled a little different. It's Richarh Tyson. You can find me right there on Facebook. For the news, it'll be Channel 27. Hold on. Channel 27 News and Entertainment. And it'll be a little comma, Grant County. When you see it pop up with 50,000 followers, that's the page. And we cover all Grant County news. On Instagram, it's Filmmaker Richarh. But I got the page. I don't mess with it. It's there. If you're trying to reach me there, it'll be a minute before I get the message.
We gonna. That's what we gonna work. I'm gonna keep pushing you, man. We gonna get all them social media platforms jumping, man. Yeah,
right on.
Yeah, man. Man, listen, man. I really appreciate you for coming on, man.
Man, thanks
and
for having
every single episode, my goal with this podcast is to be able to highlight those who have made success in Marion, Indiana. And I know I've given you flowers 2 or 3 times throughout this episode, but I want to do it again because what you've done is, unprecedented, right? To come in and start and become the number one news, come in and become a filmmaker and putting out movies, high quality movies that actually accepted on streaming services. For people who don't know, anybody can record a movie, but is it going to be at the right quality that's going to be accepted for people to watch? That's another thing. So for you to come in and do those things and show the success that things are possible in this city, man. Again, I take my hats off to you and all my listeners. I want to encourage you. From the things you've learned today, from Richarh talking, there's going to be hurdles you come across in entrepreneurship and business and life. And he's a prime example of somebody who's overcome those hurdles and been able to become very successful right here in Marion, Indiana. So again, thank you for coming on the show, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Again, you can find the Morrell Speaks podcast on all major streaming platforms. Thank you again so much for listening. Peace out.